on a treasure hunt. I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance? Oh, I wish it was me every night. When I close my eyes, I see trust you when you say that beauty lives in me too. Later, it comes later, dear, for many of us. Promise you that you won't do the wrongs.
I'm still in my pajamas, obviously not ready for the day, but considering it's raining outside and we have to do this whole social distancing, we're probably not going to leave the house. So if you hear whining in the background, Bubby's trying to go to sleep and he is not like crying. Don't worry, he is whining. There is a difference with him, and he always whines before going to take his nap. So I just go in there every like 5 minutes or so and see if I can help until he takes the nap. So do not worry, he's not in distress or anything. I was just in there like 5 seconds ago. But with this whole, social distancing thing, I figured, why not just kind of vlog different clips of what's going on at home during this time, just because what else would I do? There's not much else to do. And it just kind of got me thinking, because I have the clips that you will have just seen before this of some firsts. We had Hayes clapped for the first time by himself. It was so cute. And then he also waved, which he has waved before, but this was like the first time that like somebody walked into the room and we were like, say hi, and he like lifted his arm right up and waved. Like that was the first time that like we know for sure he totally connected the action of saying hello to waving at someone, and it was so cool. And it just got me thinking about a lot between that and like the whole fact that you're not supposed to be hanging out with people right now. Just on how, I want to vlog this, and share what's going on in our day-to-day lives. And, even when I'm not on YouTube every day, I am on my like Instagram stories and my Facebook stories. So I share, clips every single day of our lives. And I don't know, this day and age with social media, I think really allows people to feel like they know you through social media, so you don't have to get together and see each other in person. And it just makes me really sad, because if you saw in that clip, my mom and my great-grandmother, which we call her nanny. I don't have a nanny that watches my kids. It's my great-grandmother is our nanny. Just so but my mom and my nanny were there, and they've been there since day one. I don't think there's ever been a week gone by that they haven't seen Hayes at least once. While my husband's away, my nanny literally stays at our house like 3 nights a week, so she sees him at least 3 or 4 days a week. Same with my mom. She usually sees him at least 2 to 3 days a week. And they've gotten to see so many firsts. They get to see his first time he claps, the first time he waves, the first giggle. They've seen so many times that he's, done these crazy new milestones, and they've gotten to see those like subtle changes that happen in like 1 day or 1 week, because in that first year of life, babies change so quickly. Like literally in 1 day, they're already so different, and they've gotten to see so many of those really cool changes happen as they happen. But then, and it's awesome, it's great, he has so much love in his life, my child. But then it's crazy because I think of how like, we haven't seen my dad since Christmas. We haven't seen my husband's dad since Christmas. And I think we've seen his mom once since Christmas, I think. once. And it just makes me sad because I know that like Hayes isn't gonna know that there's like anything missing, because there's not. It's one of those things where he has all the love in the world that he needs. So, you know, he doesn't know that there are people that, you know, should be a part of his life that aren't. But I know that, and it does make me sad. I talk about this with my sister-in-law sometimes because she does kind of go through the same thing. But it just makes me sad because there's just potential for so much more love from his family, you know, to be around him, where we really only see like my mom and my grandmother, and you know, my younger brother does live with my mom a lot of the time, so we see him and his girlfriend pretty often as well. But those are like the only people that, you know, when Bubby looks up, he knows who you are right away, where like everybody else, he would have no idea who any of his other grandparents are. And that's kind of sad, you know, like that does make me sad, because I'm not going to be that mom that forces my children to do things they don't want to do in like with their body and stuff. Like, it's not going to be like, okay, like you walk into the Christmas party and grandpa wants a hug. I'm not going to force my kids, you know, if you're not comfortable and you don't want to do something because you don't know that person, I'm never going to be the person that forces that, you know. But I don't know, just all this kind of got me thinking with, you know, all these crazy milestones he's been hitting, because he's 7 months old, and, you know, he hasn't seen a lot of these people since he was 4 months old. And before that, he'd only seen them like when he was born. Like, he's only met a lot of his family like 3 times maybe, because he just sees my mom's side and he doesn't see anyone else. And it's not because that's what I want, you know, like I would love if he saw more of his family. He just doesn't, because nobody tries. I don't know. It's like, I get everyone has their own lives and we're not the center of it, or Hayes is not the center of it, and that's fine. I get it. But it just had me thinking with all of this, you know, the social distancing everyone's supposed to do, and all these crazy milestones that we're hitting right now, and how, you know, I document so much on social media through YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. And I just feel like it's crazy how so much of our family would have no idea even what he looks like, much less what he's currently doing, if it wasn't for social media. And that's okay when a lot of our family, like a lot of my family lives out of state. I have family in Pennsylvania and family in Arizona and, you know, all around, where it's like, it gives them a chance to know him when they wouldn't get to otherwise. But it's like the rest of our family, my husband's family and my family otherwise, live right here. Everyone's within like a half hour of each other. So it's so crazy. And I'm not talking about like extended family, because, you know, that's fine. We're not going to see you all the time. But our immediate family, it's kind of crazy that we just don't see people. But yeah, I've been rambling forever. I'm just curious. Let me know, you other guys who, you know, you document on like Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that, if you have a similar kind of, I don't want to call it an issue, but a similar thing happened in your lives where people just kind of know you through social, or family just knows you through social media, so they don't really see you in person. I'm curious. But I've been rambling way too long, so I'm done. Alright, you guys, this weekend I actually tidied up the nursery. Ironically, we actually got a new crib this weekend, but it's not in this video. It will be in a future video soon. I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm really excited about it, but I was just showing you kind of all the clutter and mess that had really built up. So that I could show you guys me getting it cleaned up. Those baskets with clothes are clothes that had to go upstairs to our attic, so I knew that I needed to clear out some of the clothes that were too small so that I could bring more clothes down in the next size that he'd be wearing. I always keep like his current size out and then the next size. That way, as we kind of transition, I'm able to pull from both sizes for a little while, so I get the most use out of everything. But I did want to clear out a lot of his like 3 to 6 month clothing, except for just like a very couple like onesies and stuff. I wanted to clear out everything else because he pretty much is wearing his 9 month stuff otherwise. So I was able to do that and then just kind of put everything else away, like his pajamas, and he had a ton of socks that needed to go away, and then some stuff that I hang as well. So that is what all of this is.
The one that makes you feel serving you and only me.
I did want to organize on top of his dresser, as you can see, with like his diapers and wipes and books and stuff like that. This actually is all completely different now since that crib came. His room is definitely organized a little bit different, so I will show you guys that pretty soon. But his dresser's totally cleared off now, which is awesome. And then these blackout shades weren't that great, so we ordered some new ones. So I decided to take out the old ones and put the new ones up today. That way it's nice and dark for nap time, because it has to be like pitch black if I want my baby to take a nap. And then the crib, nothing crazy here, but I did just want to kind of get all his stuff together properly. His crib can get pretty messy between naps and bedtime and stuff like that, so I just got everything kind of displayed nicely on his crib again. I put behind our rocking chair is that's there for when he gets up in the middle of the night for me to have a blanket to cover if I need to rock him at all. So I just fold it and put it behind the chair. That way it's still in the room, because I definitely might need it. And then that book right there is the one that we're currently reading before bedtime, so I left it on the chair. That Snoo is about to leave the room. It left this weekend when we put the new crib up, so you know, everything is gonna look totally different. I'm super excited to show you guys, but yeah, get everything cleaned up.